Alright everybody, Martin here. The third match of the Legacy League I played with Tin Fins. This time I was up against, as it turned out, a Sneak and Show. Won the die roll once more. That's pretty neat. Look at this hand, which I think is a definite keep. We have a way to force through the combo. We have a Ponder to dig through for one of the reanimation spells. We have the Entomb and Dark Ritual. So I like this hand for sure. We get to lead off with here. I definitely go in the blind with the basic island once I have the basic swamp. We could also lead with the top to make us look like miracles, but ultimately I choose not to do that. I guess I don't hate getting the Tundra here and then going top and then Ponder next turn, because that definitely makes us look like miracles. And they go Strand into Island into Ponder as well. So that could be Miracles or Storm combo is what I'm thinking at this point in time. They shuffle. So we start off pondering. There's the Shallow Grave. So we draw the second Entomb, leave the Shallow Grave on top, draw that next turn just in case somehow they have like a way to see our hand. And since he's top, most likely we can go Dark Ritual. As long as it doesn't get countered, we can go Therapy. Name Force of Will. So unless they slam like Counterbalance here, and they go for a Mountain at this and top at this point, I'm still thinking maybe Miracles. Like some lists run basic Mountain. They activate to look right away, which is awesome for us because that leaves them without any like Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, that kind of thing. And I even like we have enough mana to like to look with top and upkeep. Okay, I didn't do that. I think I would have done that because if like the third card down was like a Lotus Petal, we could actually just draw with top, and that way have mana to both just like Cabal Ritual without Cabal Therapy without having to cast Dark Ritual first. But turns out it's not necessary. Go Therapy, naming Force of Will. I have the Spell Pierce, which okay, it wouldn't have been enough to save them, but I still think like this, like there's no reason to look with top in their main phase like that. But it's Sneak and Show, and we just kill them. This is like the what's that word I'm looking for? The joyride of the deck is when you just get to like press the button on Gristlebrand a bunch of times. So like one more mana, like either a Petal or a Dark Ritual, and we can just grab Emrakul and swing. Let's see if we can get lucky and hit that. Well, we don't. So I guess we can probe them once. We don't, we just attack. So easy to get confident here. We have the tendrils already, so literally all we need is like a Dark Ritual or a Lotus Petal and the next couple of cards, and we can go for like either just kill with tendrils or Entomb for Children of Corliss. Well, we get the children, so it's a moot point. We also get a Petal. We probe here. Just to see if we draw reanimate. Probe again. Like if we can get like a third petal or dark ritual, we can just tendrils. And there's the petal. We could have also just, like I said, played out the children, sack them, go nuts. But we have it sewn up here, so. So that was game 1, and let's go have a look at game 2. Alright, back for game 2. Didn't really sideboard a lot. I think I considered bringing in the 2 Flusterstorms. I'm pretty sure I decided against it. I'm not actually even really that sure about the 2 Flusterstorms in the sideboard, to be honest. But yeah, so we keep this hand. We get to ponder and do stuff and have like a reanimation spell. Like if we even like top deck an Entomb and just get like reanimate something if they don't have force for it. So this is like some weird plays for my opponent. I think. Like maybe they're on Blood Moon. That's why they're getting basic Mountain. Oh, look, there's the Entomb. I don't think I just do it against like a Spell Pierce Forceful deck. And I just don't care about the potential for Blood Moon. There's all we need. We are drawing quite well right now. So we want the Delta for next turn and the Dark Ritual. And like it's a bummer that it's reanimating, not like one of the other like Shalgrave or Corio's Vengeance, but it's fine. I shift the turn, hope we don't die on their next turn, and likely just kill them. Fetch basic island, brainstorm, having made their land drop. Seems loose. This was a friendly person though. It's a WotC employee apparently. I don't know how, like you can tell the name on their username is WotC something. And when they typed it was in a different colored font. They told me they were a WotC employee. I didn't know they got to play in tournaments. Also, they said they were new to Legacy, getting into it, so that might explain some of their choices. And like, I felt, on one hand, I felt kind of bad for playing this deck then. At the same time, not so much, because it's not like they're casting a wild Nicodles over there with their Sneak and Show deck. So with Therapy, we name Force of Will, even though they probably they have Spell Pierce. They have Show until next turn. So we ponder here off the pedal and hope that they decide to pierce that. They don't though. There's Dark Ritual and Agor's Vengeance in here. I decide to just take the Dark Ritual and cast it and hope their inexperience kind of works against them and they don't pierce it. And that is exactly what happens. And that loses them the game. Because now we can reanimate Gristlebrand. But probably not out of the woods, as like we can only draw 3, or sorry, we can only draw 7 once, and they have Show and Tell Gristlebrand of their own. But what we can do is we can play out the pedal, then we can sacrifice our Gristlebrand to the Therapy in the Yard. That would make it Storm 9. Take their Spell Pierce and win that way. Actually, I'm supposed to therapy them before. Maybe I don't. I think I actually missed the therapy play. I don't remember doing it. Yeah. The thing though is, even if I missed it, if they do pierce one tendrils copy, we still get to gain 16 life, and that's 14 more cards we get to draw off Gristlebrand, so it's not impossible that we would have found a win anyway. And as it turns out, they don't do anything about it, so I think they just kind of gave up. But I think the correct line was definitely to use the we knew their hand, and their only meaningful piece was the pierce. So if we'd like take Gristlebrand, sack him to the therapy, then that's I think the correct play. But we made short work of that sneak and show player, and so that's always nice. And here we are. Win the die roll. Really winning die rolls left and right in this Legacy League, which is where you want to be with this deck for sure. Probably. I think we're supposed to keep this though. Maybe not, because we have no cantrips. We have no entomb. Yeah, so we mulligan. We keep this. It might have been just a tad on the aggressive side for mulligans, but and our opponent mulligans to 6 as well, and we scry this to the bottom because we already have 2 cantrips. And Tundra Ponder. Well, there's the Entomb. And a Lotus Petal. Still no black land, but I don't think we can get away from this. We take the petal just in case, like if they discard us, they might take the petal. If the petal was Entomb, they would take Entomb for sure, I think. If they aren't thinking about just taking Brainstorm, because that's our only way to dig. So we start off by brainstorming, and we ponder here, I think, and shuffle. Well, there's a therapy. I think we wait a turn. So we know what we're up against. Turns out we're up against another really fast combo deck. Underground Sea and a cantrip usually like spells combo. And it's Reanimator. And they dump a Tidespout Tyrant and a Grave Titan. So those two creatures, like the Tyrant is definitely the more relevant. They think we're on Miracles most likely. Due to our lands. So they think Grave Titan. I'm not sure which is best though. So we brainstorm. And there's what we wanted. There's the double black sources now, so we can go therapy without having to risk our Dark Ritual first. So we name Force. The only other thing that beats us here is if they have double days, but they don't. They have just 1 days, so we're fine. Get the Gristlebrand. Oh, sorry. No, of course not. Just get the Emrakul because they're at 12 life. And with the shuffle trigger on the stack. So here we bring in the 2 Flusterstorms. And I can't actually remember what I shaved. There's also an argument to bring in like bounce stuff. Because they have Iona. But I don't think we should be doing that. I think we should just be faster than them, but I could be wrong. So I think we keep this for sure. Sadly though, we never get a turn. Because they just, like, are ballers. They don't shuffle, they just have, like, pedal for Entomb, another pedal for Reanimate on Iona, and we don't have an answer. So, good times were not had by all, as we get a taste of our own medicine. We play on here just a little bit, but soon we can see, just because there is no real point. And I was tired at the time, no need to keep up appearances. So this should probably have me thinking that I should board in bounce spells like the Echoing Truth, but because like Iona on black it's an actual hard lock. But as I said, it was late, I was tired, and I don't necessarily think it's correct anyway, because we should just, like the classic example of two ships passing in the night, we should just be going for our own game plan, I think, and ignore theirs. As it turns out, I did board in the Flusterstorms. Yeah, we can't keep this for sure. There's a discard to hand size Griselbrand play, but we still have, like, yeah, we don't have a reanimation effect. Well, we keep this. And we scry, I'm not actually sure. I think we scry to the, we should maybe scry to the bottom because we have the two pedals, but I think I might have left it on top. Just because dark rituals are nice. Careful study. So they just have the same in your face kind of thing? Well, no, because no Iona. They've been a Tyrant and a Needle. Pithing a Needle on Griselbrand is kind of funny out of the Reanimator deck, but man, it's not like it doesn't make sense. So we play around Daze by playing out our Delta first here. So I guess we put back the Tendrils. And one of the pedals. And we play out a pedal here. And what, we blind therapy them? I hate blind therapying Reanimator because they have like so many different combo pieces. So let's see if we can get lucky and name something here. We name Exhume and boom, we hit. They have the Daze. They have like another Careful Study, another Needle, and some like a couple of lands. But happy with the Entomb. Oh, with the Exhume name. My reasoning for it was like Reanimate is like we would rather have them have Reanimate than Exhume, so, and we're going for one of their animation spells. So yeah. They get to Careful Study, just kind of big for them. Play out a pedal. And Thoughtseize. And so like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I let it resolve, and they take my Flusterstorm, leaving me quite vulnerable. Like if I Flusterstorm, I lose the pedal, I lose the Flusterstorm, and I'm not really left with a lot anyway. And they don't know that I don't have anything. They might have to try and respect me having another Flusterstorm. So here, there's actually an argument for us therapying ourselves and putting Griselbrand in the yard to shut off Exhume for them. Although they Exhume, they get tied, Spout Tyrant, we draw 7, and then they cast a spell and bounce Griselbrand. But that still leaves us with drawing 7, so I think maybe. But it doesn't matter because they found what they needed. They Entomb Iona and they have Reanimate for. So that's it. So we lose our first match in this daily in round 4, which is not daily, a league round 4, which is a shame. we lose to our own sort of medicine, so can't really be too unhappy, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with the last match.